Hello everybody, my name is KurtBroG and today I'm doing a Plants vs Zombies Iceberg video. Now if you don't know what an iceberg video is, it's basically a video based off of an iceberg chart, which is based off of the saying tip of the iceberg. It's mostly used to describe the internet with the surface web being at the top and then the dark web being near the bottom. And this is currently true with the trending iceberg charts that are going on now, with the more well-known things being at the top and the more obscure things being at the bottom. Yeah, obviously I'll be spoilers for Plants vs Zombies 1 in this video, but yeah, let's get into it. In older versions of the game, there was a note in the options section that read, help for Plants vs Zombies game. When the zombies show up, just sit there and do nothing. You win the game when the zombies get to your house. Now obviously this is not real help, this is a fake note written by the zombies. But yeah, it was a nice hidden feature when it was around. I wish they brought it back, honestly. The original design for the dancing zombie was going to resemble Michael Jackson in his costume from the Thriller video. The design was changed to a more 70s style costume that resembles Disco Stu from The Simpsons. Obviously everyone knows Disco Stu from The Simpsons, so it's probably a more familiar face for the audience they were targeting. But yeah, I don't know fully at all, this is just completely my guess. But I think it might have had something to do with Michael Jackson dying around the same time that the game was being developed. But hey, that's just my guess. Bloom and Doom is the company that makes the seeds used in Plants vs Zombies 1 and Plants vs Zombies Adventures. It was founded by Barbara Johns in 1968, according to the book Plants vs Zombies: The Official Guide to Protecting Your Brains. There is no major reference to the company, but it may be part of a larger company, as the music video that used to be at the end, they've changed it again. Why do they keep changing the game? But yeah, at the end, the music video, it used to say it was produced by Bloom and Doom Records, so maybe there's a larger parent company or something. But yeah, once again, there's no proof for this, and even if there was, the parent company is never mentioned. So yeah, there's absolutely no proof for this, but yeah, it's a cool theory. Imitator is a plant in Plants vs Zombies 1, and has a pretty interesting Almanac entry that implies that this is not the first time the zombies have invaded. It reads, "I remember the zombie wars back in '76, says the Imitator in a raspy old man's voice. Back then, we didn't have all these fancy pea shooters and jalapenos. All we had was guts and a spoon." But yeah, this tells us that there was a time before the plants were mass-produced, and that the zombies have invaded before. This is not the first time. Plants vs Zombies 1 is not the beginning. So yeah, that's kind of interesting. And it also tells us that plants or humans, whoever were fighting against the zombies, maybe both, but they were nowhere near as prepared. They had barely nothing. No one saw this coming from this entry. That's what it tells us. But yeah, it's a pretty cool feature of the Almanac. No one actually reads the entries though, so that's kind of a shame. But yeah, it's fairly cool, fairly interesting. It does give us a bit of insight into a time before the zombies. But even if the zombies played a part in the entry. But yeah, it's pretty cool, very cool. Well, I couldn't find much on this one. I'm assuming it's implying how strong the roof must be to have tens of flower pots, zombies, plants, and mowers on it at the same time, and at one point having all of that and a Zomboss mech. So yeah, there must be some absolutely insane support on the house. It must be absolutely crazy. Half the house must be a concrete roof, because that is absolutely insane, seriously. You can't fit all of that onto a regular roof in the real world, if you were wondering. It's kind of common sense that you can't, but yeah. I think that might have been something that was missed by the developers. They could have added a bit of backstory to why the roof is so durable. once again, I couldn't find much about this one. I don't know if it's implying the need to complete level 2-1 being exclusive to the DS version to unlock versus battle mode. But I have absolutely no clue. It does seem a bit odd that you do have to unlock a specific level in only one version of the game. That is a bit strange to me, but hey, I didn't make the game. I don't know what they were thinking, but yeah, it is kind of odd. But yeah, I don't know much about this. Lawnmowers can instantly kill balloon zombies, even if they still got their balloon. I've done this before, I've done this multiple times. It's very helpful in some of the fog levels that you get before a blover. But yeah, that's it. It's just a game feature. I don't know why it's here. It's just a game feature. I thought everyone knew this. But yeah, they die in a puff of smoke, and if it's in the water, they just disappear. But yeah, that's it. It's just a game feature. Yeah, there was an Easter egg. Emphasis on was. There was an Easter egg in the old versions of the game, where if you click or tap the flowers in the main menu, the petals will fall off. It was a nice little secret feature, but it doesn't exist anymore because they keep removing stuff. But yeah, yeah, that's it. Plants vs. Zombies Great Wall Edition was an exclusive version of the original game that was released exclusively in China in 2012. I think the only difference it has, I don't know, I don't live in China, I never had the game, so I don't know the full extent of the differences, but from what I can tell, it had some minor gameplay and texture changes. But that's it. It can no longer be brought anywhere and can no longer be downloaded anywhere, so it's officially a piece of lost media, which is pretty cool. Plants vs. Zombies Great Wall Edition is lost media. But yeah, that's about it for that entry. The Plants vs. Zombies Limbo page is a hidden page of data in the game's code that has 20 unreleased minigames and 4 different variations of Survival Endless. Obviously, probably for Survival Endless Day, Night, Fog, and Roof, but yeah, they never came out. They were all eventually cancelled, and a full list of them can be found on the wiki link in the description, and one of them, I'm not going to say which one, but one of them will be mentioned later on in the video. There is no evidence to show this, but there is a strategy involving using Ice Shroom on the final wave of Survival Endless, obviously not the final wave, but like the final wave of each round, to stop the zombies in the water from rising up. It can also be done on the roof levels to avoid the bungee zombies dropping down, but do remember Ice Shroom requires coffee beans to wake up and perform its attack, so it does take up two spaces, and it does sacrifice a bit of firepower if you are playing Endless. So yeah, it's a good strategy, but only if you know how to execute it well. Giga Football Zombie is a football zombie wearing black and grey football gear, which is available in the online version survival mode and Vase Breaker only. The Giga Football Zombie has the exact health of a Gargantua, and Magnet Shroom cannot remove its helmet. Though otherwise he is the same as a football zombie, he runs the same and everything. This entry is probably here because not many people have ever played Versus online. And it was exclusive to the console versions, which you know how that turned out. Not many people got the console version compared to the mobile and PC version, so not many people probably ever saw it. And yeah, that's probably why it's here. I couldn't find anything on this that's out of the ordinary. It's just a challenge to beat the game without using sunflowers. That's it. It sounds impossible with the nighttime levels, but I guess theoretically it is possible, because you could use puff shrooms and the water shrooms. I can't remember the name of them. Yeah, you could use them, but it's a pretty difficult challenge. So yeah, congrats to the people who've actually done it. Pea shooter zombies in the Zombotany minigame will still shoot at the plants when hypnotized and will not harm other zombies. That's all I could find. It's true. There's video proof of it, and it should be playing right now if post-editing KurtBroG remembers. But yeah, that's all I could find. It's a feature. Yeah, it's another feature. All I could find on this one is that the fog in the music video at the end, well, the music video that used to be at the end, is from a fog machine that covers the bottom half of the screen, not the right half of the screen, as seen in the fog stage levels. That's it. That's all I could find. I don't know why this is obscure. It's just a thing. It's just a thing in the game. Yeah, it's just a thing. Before I explain this one, I have to note that there was a mistake with this Iceberg. The track is actually an unused Dr. Zomboss track, not a Zombotany one. But yeah, anyway, we'll take a listen to it. It was apparently scrapped as the intense part of the song was too short for the Zomboss fight. And I agree with that. I think it would have been good for Survival Endless, but yeah, that's just my opinion. It is a pretty good song though. There'll be a link in the description to it if you want to hear the full thing. I couldn't find anything about this one, but from my experience of playing the game, I can say with full 100% certainty that this is true and they can be attacked by pea shooter zombies, because I tested it and it is possible and I have done it. I have done it before, so yeah, you can take it from me, you can try it yourself, it is a thing, it is a feature, so yeah. I don't know why this is here, once again, this is just a feature, it's not that obscure. I'm guessing this is talking about the seed slot challenge that some content creators like Shy Guy Mask and Azure Crystal did last year. That involves only being able to use 2 seed slots for the entire game. That's really it though. That's really all I could find on it. Sounds like a pretty difficult challenge. And there is a variation of this coming up on the Iceberg, which is even harder. So yeah, stay tuned for that. I could find literally nothing about this. It's possible that this happened, but there's nothing certain I can find that proves or denies this. But yeah, game aspects changed before the final release, so yeah, they could have just changed it last minute. If anyone has any more information on this, please do let me know in the comments, because I am very curious. I think this entry refers to a joke on Reddit and the website Game FAQs that the zombie is allergic to walnuts, as a user's game glitched and a zombie died randomly while eating a walnut. That's all I could find. If it is an actual thing, that's pretty cool. If it's just a joke, very funny joke. Well done. Well done. You deserve Reddit gold. Well done. This is a hidden stage after level 5-10 that was scrapped and can only be accessed via Cheat Engine, which is an application on a computer that you can get to modify games. But yeah, it's a daytime level with the same zombies as level 5-9. This is probably a placeholder, there's probably going to be a different theme. And yeah, as most placeholders are, it is very buggy. And at level 6-49, yes, I did not stutter, 6-49, level 49 of World 6, yes, pea shooter zombies start appearing as the game is bugging out so much, it doesn't know what to put down. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I would like to see footage of this. If there is footage of this on YouTube, please send it my way. 100%, send it to me on Discord, yeah. But yeah, this is pretty cool. There was originally going to be a zombie vase added to the game, but this was scrapped and instead was released in Plants vs Zombies 2. It did have a full texture, so it seemed to have been scrapped somewhere near the full release. But yeah, it is the zombie vase in Plants vs Zombies 2 is just a reskin of the original Plants vs Zombies 1 texture. I couldn't find anything about a complete skip for the opening cutscene of the game when you start up a new profile, but I did find a thread on Reddit that says you can speed the cutscene up by tapping on the screen multiple times, but that's all I could find. Plants vs. Zombies Dawn of the Dead, also known as Plants vs. Zombies 3, is an unofficial reboot of the first game made by Stardust Works with better mechanics and gameplay. It was released on June 22nd, 2018, and it is currently available on Steam for $10 if you do want to play it for yourself. I saw a bit of footage of it. It does look like a good game, but it is basically the base game, just more refined and fairly remastered. I think this refers to the many incorrect statements that the Almanac has regarding its entries, such as the fume shroom having normal damage, but the Almanac saying it has moderate. But that's all I could find. I think saying it's a lie is a bit too harsh, unless I'm missing something. Maybe there's a deeper theory, but yeah, and this is fairly surface level, but I don't know. So yeah, once again, if you have any more information, please do send it my way in the comments. Yeah, thank you. I found absolutely nothing on this. Literally nothing. I'm fairly sure this is a joke entry, but as I said, I don't have anything to prove this either way. So if we're being logical, gargantuas are obviously not 3 feet, as a measurement in the game proved regular zombies to be 6 feet. And a gargantua is about twice the size, so approximately a gargantua is about 12 feet. But that's just my calculations. The taco found at the end of level 4-4 is said by Crazy Dave to have no meat in it, but is clearly seen with meat in it in the texture. Zomboss suggests that it has brains in it, but this is not confirmed or denied. Human meat also isn't out of the question. It hasn't been confirmed, but it has been loosely referenced in Plants vs. Zombies 2. There is actually some sort of merit to this theory, which is kind of surprising because it sounds absolutely insane. But yeah, in Plants vs. Zombies 2, most of this is from Plants vs. Zombies 2, by the way, for this entry. Zomboss refers to Dave as David, which could reference some closeness or formality. It could be either or. Between the two, and in the far future stage at the boss fight, Zomboss says that Dave is a sleeper agent and will turn on the player if the words hypno-zombosis are said. Now this could just be a joke by Zomboss, this could just be him bluffing, but this could also be true. There's no evidence to prove this either way. Which is kind of what happens with most of these theories, but it's a pretty cool theory nonetheless. This is once again an entry that I think is somewhat incorrect. I didn't find anything on the spikeweed, but I did find something that says if a bungee zombie tries to take a cattail, something that produces spikes, which could be where the mistake happened, from a pumpkin, the cattail will just downgrade to a lily pad. The pumpkin will still be taken, but there'll just be a lily pad in its place. Now, this is the minigame that I was talking about in the Limbo page that we would come back to. So, the ice level is one of the 20 minigames previously mentioned from the Limbo page, obviously. It's left in an abandoned state and considered useless, as literally no one knows how to play it. So, it was probably unfinished. It was going to have the Yeti zombie appear. It was going to be the minigame where the Yeti zombie was first featured, but that was changed to one of the fog levels. I would highly recommend checking out the wiki page for this because it does go fairly in-depth, and I really would not do it much justice if I tried to explain it here. So yeah, check it out using the link in the description if you want to know more. I couldn't find anything about this theory, but it does seem plausible. It is seen that Dave and the zombies have some sort of mutual respect, even with the constant attacks from the zombies. as Dave informs you that he has spoken to the zombies and they have asked to practice on your lawn, which is basically the entire premise for the beginning of iZombie. What does this have to do with the theory? Well, surely the zombies would ask you, not Dave, if it's your lawn. And also, you never see Dave's house, and this is before Penny was made in Plants vs. Zombies in the chronological order. And he has to be living in a house, because he's your neighbour. But that house is never seen. Another house is never seen in the game. So, yeah, that's what I think. I think, because there's no house seen, it's the only house, the zombies ask Dave, not you. And yeah, but that's what I think. I think it's true. I do think there's some sort of credibility to this. But do leave your interpretations of this theory in the comments. I'm interested to see what you think. Like the 2-seed slot challenge, this is something that has been happening on YouTube fairly recently. So within like the last year. How do you do it on the other hand? I have no clue. I like to think I'm good at Plants vs. Zombies, but I'm not this good. I am nowhere near this good. It seems impossible to me. But if I get 50 likes on this video, I will try the challenge and I'll record it. So yeah, 50 likes and I'll try this challenge. I'm fairly sure this is referencing the post on the PvZ fandom site by pshooterwinmo that says that Zomboss and Dave are brothers. They did provide some evidence too. They said that Dave is crazy because a portion of his brain was eaten by a zombie, which could explain why he's always wearing a pot on his head. And they also said that Penny was created by Zomboss for Dave, and the RV he throws in the final boss fight. I do have to mention he only throws it once in the boss fight, so this could be true. That could be the one Penny, and yeah, and that is the RV he throws. He throws Penny in the final boss fight. But yeah, I don't know. Once again, leave your interpretations in the comments because I have no clue. I have absolutely no clue about this. So, from what I could find, a content farm, this is a very, very brief explanation, is a company that employs a large amount of freelance writers to basically make the most optimized articles for their website. So they rank highest, they rank the highest they can on search results. Basically SEO. If you don't know what SEO is, it's basically ranking high on search results so you get more clicks. But yeah, maybe the Iceberg's referring to PopCap doing this when they were making PvZ. I have no idea. I have no clue, so please leave it in the comments below if you do know anything about this. I mean, this makes no sense to me. I don't know if I'm missing something here, but this entry makes absolutely no sense to me. I mean, you could say it's the one place in Plants vs. Zombies that is ever seen to not be touched by the zombies. But this, I don't know, it's kind of like a safe haven, I guess, but I have no clue. I have absolutely no clue. I don't know anything about this. I don't know anything. I don't really know anything about anything on this iceberg. But this one takes it all. This one is the one I have no idea. Just straight up no idea. But yeah, that's literally my interpretation. That I have no clue. But yeah, leave your interpretations in the comments once again. I'd like to hear what you think. Well, that's the iceberg. So yeah, thank you for watching the entire thing. Yeah, if you did enjoy, feel free to give this video a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and as always, keep on gaming and stay safe. I will see you all in the next video. Bye!